At first, the woman thought it was just a rather large mound, but she walked in and realized it was a footprint several times larger than she was. What on earth could have left such large footprints? According to the recollection of the two old men, in the evening their dog was outside growling non-stop. Thought it was the dog saw a stranger, so they didn't care at dinner. Suddenly there was a shaking in the house. They thought it was a landslide. They didn't bother to check the situation and immediately hid in the basement. Just hid in the whole house as if encountered an earthquake was violently impacted. Soon after hearing no movement outside, the two climbed out, but the scene in front of them let the two people feel shocked. Their house has become a ruin, like there is something raw to their house to stop waste shattered. There were also two huge footprints left on the ground. After listening to the two old men, Captain Chris felt that it must be a giant creature. But they searched along the footprints in a 20-kilometer radius, but found nothing. It was as if he had disappeared into thin air. They even activated thermal imaging, yet still nothing. A creature of this size shouldn't disappear without a trace. He must have gone into hiding. But with all the bare mountains nearby, where could he have hidden? How could they have thought? The creature was camouflaged like a rock between the mountains. To find the creature, Katie, they found a professor of archaeology. He had studied these giant creatures over 10 years ago, but everyone thought he was nuts and put him in a mental institution for a while, until today when they found some more clues about the giant monsters. It was only now that they realized that what the professor had said was not empty talk. They took the professor to the place where the troll disappeared, with years of experience in dealing with nature. As soon as the professor came here, he smelled something unusual in the odor of the soil here. Katie saw that the professor seemed to have discovered something. She hurriedly followed. The professor compared the map he left behind more than 10 years ago. He found that the landforms here were all wrong. There was also an inexplicable extra mountain. Just when the two wanted to compare the map in more detail, the mountain behind them suddenly opened an eye. Katie seemed to sense something, turned her head to look behind her. It was found that a huge eye was staring at them. The two watched with disbelief as the mountain in front of them slowly turned into a huge monster right under their noses.